Okay, I am joined right now by Frank Vassalero and Derek James. You guys came in, of course, this is such a big story. We're going to be continuing it nonstop. But that was the first time we got a little bit more information on what happened. You know, we had talked to the police chief this morning who said, I know very little. Greg Vivino giving more information as he says the federal account was that at the end of the day that an agent feared for his life.
And that an individual with that 9mm violently resisted arrest were Bavino's words, saying that an agent fired defensive shots, that person had 2 loaded magazines, and that he considered this an attempt at a massacre against law enforcement.
And we should be clear that that person that they shot, Bavino says, was a citizen who saw them trying to arrest
this other gentleman,
an undocumented immigrant who they are going after, supposedly someone with a criminal record. And he intervened in the situation in some way. Now, he didn't explain how police saw the gun or what led to that. And then we had a good question from our Connor White that was unanswered about what you're saying doesn't appear to be the same story as what's happening in the video.
The video that we're seeing thus far, which is one angle that we've seen reportedly, and obviously we know, as we've heard from our reporters out there in South Minneapolis, that there are folks recording and documenting this everywhere. So it is very likely that we're going to see additional pieces of video.
Everybody's been watching is this video and wanting to know what led up to it. And we got a little bit of information from that today. You know, the president, right before this press conference started, put a message out on Truth Social. So we are getting that in right now.
Yeah, let's bring that to you if we can pull that up. This is the message from President Trump. It reads, "Where are the local police? Why weren't they allowed to protect ICE officers? The mayor and the governor called them off." Now he's asking that as a question, as you can see on the screen. It is stated that many of these police were not allowed to do their job, that ICE had to protect themselves. Not an easy thing to do. The first time that we are hearing from President Trump today.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll hear more from them and more from DHS. And again, we just heard from Bavino's side, but you know, there's a lot of conflict, and as you can see, emotions are running so high, and people are upset, and they're completely disregarding the order of, hey, please don't go to the area.
Right.
Please disband. They're doing the opposite, and that's not a judgment statement. That's just a factual statement, because I know that people are upset and they're angry, and it's a very emotional time, and people are really passionate. And to wake up on a Saturday morning and see another person in Minneapolis shot and killed at the hands of an ICE officer is extraordinarily upsetting to folks.